Hi there, Taurus. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net, and I'm doing a reading for February 2018 using the Vicevesra tarot. So I'm going to try, I've done probably, 8 readings at this point. I'm really going to try to make them shorter. So some of the earlier ones that were up past 20 minutes, and it's just too long. And I'm also not going to try to just find every single message for every single person. I'm going to sort of read the main couple messages, and I'm not going to try to make it relate to everyone. If it fits for you, it does. If it doesn't, hopefully you learn something about the tarot, and it will still be thought-provoking. But no one needs to hear me talk for 20 minutes. All right, so let's jump into it. What is this card? 7 of Swords. So this is the card I say of people behaving badly. And what it asks you is, how do you act when other people are behaving badly? Do you get sucked in? I mean, of course, we don't always act exactly the same way. Sometimes we do get sucked down to their level. Sometimes we're able to let it go. It depends on the situation, the person, how involved we are in the situation. But this just is asking you to think about that. How you respond. Do you react, or do you take action, or do you just allow people to have their reaction and not, and that's what it is. It's separate. It's their reaction. So I definitely see some endings. We have the Devil card. And this is sort of that same theme. Like, do you let your inner demons get to you? Do you let other people get to you? Is there any sort of codependency? Do you allow your fear and doubt to self-sabotage you and keep you in situations that are not healthy, or even if they're not just necessarily like unhealthy, but just not what you want, not happy, not where you want to be, because you feel chained to something, you feel obligated to something. And for some of you, it is a relationship. This 3 of Swords is like, it's not working. It's not. I'm not happy. This is not a happy card. And it's really, if you're in a situation where you just feel, so on the other side, it's like this heart is pierced. Like, the truth hurts. Like, it's really time to look at the truth in a situation, recognize it for what it is, and, wrap it up. Time to move on. That's what the world is like. That phase, that relationship, that job, that period in my life, like it's time to wrap something up, so you can move forward and bring it to an end. And the Wheel of Fortune is like, things are changing. Things are, not everything. Things don't have to be static, and life is rarely static. I mean, so if you feel stuck, like, are you keeping yourself stuck? And why? Why is that? Is it just because sometimes we feel comfortable in, what is it? The demon that we know. Oh, I'm forgetting that phrase. You know what I'm talking about. That we stay with like the negative situation because it's comfortable, and we're afraid of trying something new. But this is really saying to go for your dreams. Go for your wishes and for your dreams, and don't let your fear and your self-doubt hold you back. I mean, you don't have to, like, I'm going to quit my job at age 47 and go to Hollywood and become an actor. Well, I don't think that makes sense. But if you love acting, you could get into your local theater. You could help out at the high school. I mean, there are ways, and then see where it goes from there. There are ways to do things. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. And I think that's where we get into if it's go big or go home, that type of thing, and then maybe we don't start at all because we have too grandiose of a an idea and sort of set ourselves up to fail or be overwhelmed before we even start. And that's something I see a lot with, and I've done myself. These are all things I've done myself. I'm not some perfect spiritual leader that's woke. Like, I'm in the trenches with you guys. I just feel like if I can immerse myself in, like, intellectually, I know these things, but carrying it out in my real life, like, I'm here in the trenches reading this, hoping like by osmosis it will sink into me. I don't pretend to be some know-it-all person at all. Like, I just love tarot cards. They're an amazing way for self exploration and self improvement and spirituality. And I'm just in the trenches here every day trying to figure it out, just like everyone else. So, the Lover's card here does say, okay, what do you say you're committed to? What have you committed to? Have you committed to your job, your significant other, house payment? What things have you committed to? And the Lover's card isn't about standing up in front of the altar and saying, I do, when you get married. It's how you honor those commitments every single day and the choices you make. So this would ask you to, where do I spend, like, try to quantify it. Where do I spend my time? What do I say and what do I do? And those two things match? And if they don't, well, it's like, are you committed to something because you feel obligated? Here we go back to this. Or do you really want to be committed? Do you feel chained to something, but your heart's not really in it? So you may need to let some things go. And it's okay. Like, you don't want to be stagnant. And this gorgeous Ace of Wands, this is like you getting your mojo back, getting your enthusiasm back, being inspired and motivated about something. So to go from the Devil, where you feel chained down and stuck, to this Ace of Wands, it's just like, I'm free. I mean, look at this bird. It's like, I am moving on. I'm moving forward. I'm taking charge. The sun's out. It's a vitality. Like, it's time to light a fire under yourself. And maybe you felt chained because someone treated you badly. And I'm sorry if that happened. And that can be in a job. That could be it's like someone just was interested in winning. And like, that was, those people who are like, they're more interested in being right than being successful. You probably worked, you really see this in the workplace. I think it's more obvious, but it's like, wait a minute, if we're all after the same end goal, but we have some other ideas. If you just could relax a little bit in this one area, we could all be successful. So freeing yourself from something, getting back to your dreams, simplify. We don't have the Six of Cups, but that's been coming up. Simplify, 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 so that you really have time and you're really just grateful for the things that are there and that you do have in your life, and not overcommitting and feeling obligated to things that you really are not into. Okay, I'm going to do a quick love reading. Who am I doing? Taurus? I say Taurus. Sometimes I just forget and say other signs. Nine of Pentacles. Some of you're going to be happy with 10 of Pentacles. Happier alone. Or, Knight of Cups. Once you can let a negative situation go, I feel like for some of you, being on your own for a little while might be really nice, because then you have your confidence. Like, I'm living authentically. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm finding my own joy. I'm not tied down to someone else or something else. And then it's like you're doing your own thing. You're living authentically. And you just become so much more attractive when you do that. And then you just bring in someone that matches your enthusiasm for life. They're not going to drag you down. They're like excited to meet you there. And it's like you're going to be with someone because they add something to your life, not because you're obligated or you feel it's a better alternative than being alone. And then you really build a solid, long-lasting, sustainable situation that can, build a life with and many generations. Okay, I said I wasn't going to keep it long. Make it long. So thank you, Taurus, for watching. I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care.